Hello. I wanted to give a quick overview of some of the functionality I have in my mmgt22. I have a couple of pages set up. I have a pedals page, axe blocks page, some scenes pages, utilities, IOs, et cetera, et cetera. So let's walk through some of these things one by one. So the primary page that I use is my pedals page. This controls two external effects gizmos, actually an effects gizmo and a rack gizmo. And these are essentially IA switches to turn on different pedals. So I could turn on my whammy, big cheese, etc. So these actually are just set up as IA functionalities with an effects gizmo to turn off and on. So pretty straightforward on the actions there. I also have a few global buttons set up. So I have presets and a tuner. So this one is actually preset decrement and a hold function to engage the tuner on my axe FX. So you can see here, this is toggling the tuner. I have a preset and then going to a safe as well. This I stole from a different person's setup. So this is actually nice in case I get some feedback. You could just hold this down and all of a sudden it goes to essentially blocks off a preset on my axe that has no output. The page menu and store menu, pretty straightforward there. Again, bringing up the page, the hold function is the to store this. And then I set up this actually recently based upon an email thread, a forum thread around presets and scenes. So this brings up the presets menu, pretty straightforward. And then the hold function brings up page 3, which I have set up as a scenes menu. So let's jump over to that scenes and take a look at that. So this again is the same global functions set up, and now these will actually bring up and be able to select scenes within the axe FX. So these are the axe FX scenes buttons. These are set up to actually engage the different scenes based upon the presets. I also set up some system buttons here. So this actually takes you back to the previous page you were on, but then I also have two direct select buttons to go back to the main pedals page as well as to the axe blocks page. So let's take a look at this axe blocks page as well. So this page, my second page, actually has most of the main different axe FX blocks that I have set up and utilize. And you could just essentially, turn on or off toggling the different states here. So pretty simple setup from an IA button here. The next thing that I really like doing is being able to control the I/O of my axe FX. And actually, oftentimes I'm just recording through monitors direct out of the axe FX. So I set up a couple of other buttons here that engage some loops, and this actually is a pretty interesting action button. So this actually turns on, when I select this button, it turns on the effects gizmo that engages my Vox amp, but then also disengages the amp and cab models that I have set up on the axe FX. When I'm playing through my actual when I'm playing through the axe and through my monitors, I want those amp models engaged. But when I'm playing through my actual Vox amp itself, I want to disengage that. So I actually have two external amps. I have a Vox and I have a Fender Concert. But the Vox button is the only one that actually controls the different amp and cabs. I also have a utilities button, utilities page that talks about holding for all the presets. I set this up as a hold so it actually wouldn't engage accidentally to get all the preset names. Update a specific preset, and then this is a go to preset button. So this actually just brings up the preset numbers menu. It's pretty straightforward as well. One of the things I'm experimenting with right now is being able to kind of trigger some preset delay controls on the axe FX. So these buttons are trying to trigger some CCs, MIDI CCs with some on and off values. And again, just trying to set up some different ways for me to engage, like if I wanted to all of a sudden increase the feedback or decrease the delay level. A lot of just kind of delay controls that I've been messing with as well. Standard looper button layout for a looper page. And that's it. So thanks. Hope this helps everybody. And please let me know if there's any other suggestions you have for me. Cheers.